Hello y'all, and welcome back to some more Crystalline. This is will let us load the game. We just got done fucking with Walter White and Pinkman. I smile as I try to catch my breath, looking around. Leanna, Zach, and Amelia look equally as exhausted. They must have gone all out. This battle was no walk in the park, and there were only 2 shadow familiars to fight. Imagine if we had to face an army of them. I shiver at the thought. As we wind down, Amelia and Leanna gather to do one last scan with their manipulators. Zach looks over my way.
Looks like some of that training is finally paying off.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm still mad at you for shooting me that time. It helps when a certain jackass doesn't shoot me during a melee spot. Zach snickers and shrugs.
Hey!
We turn around and see Kara's voice. She waves at us with one hand and she uses the other to drag Jesse back. She plops him down in front of us and he falls ungracefully to the ground. I see that his hands are bound. Kara stands over him, her face grim.
Now, you're going to tell us exactly what you know.
I don't know jack squat. Mr. White was paying me to get crystals, and that's it, yo!
So you were not an accomplice to the shadow transmutation.
I don't even know what the shadow transportation is!
Transmutation.
Exactly!
We glare at him.
Look, I made a few deliveries to him. The first couple of times he wouldn't tell me what he did, but paid some good coin. But later he said he was going to show me so I could help with his operations. He was going to give solid pay for that too, yo.
I look him up and down. He stares desperately at us, and it's clear to me he's scared. This doesn't seem like the kind of man Void would trust with any kind of responsibilities. I'm inclined to believe he's just looking for some fast cash. Kara seems skeptical, but Amelia and Leanna seem to have come to the same conclusion I have. Zach crosses his arms.
Better hope the guards believe your story.
Jesse looks like he's about to protest but sighs instead. I think he realizes there's no chance he's going to escape.
Bag of stolen crystals is in there. He didn't grab it before running out.
Leanna enters the train, returns with a bulging bag.
Let's go turn him into the guards. They'll take it from here.
I'm surprised he didn't say bitch. Zach hauls Jesse back to his feet and leads him back towards town. Luckily, it's late at night, so very few people walk the street. The few who do give us long stares as we pass. When we arrive at the guard barracks, the person on duty gets to his feet. He looks at Leanna in recognition.
Oh, it's you again.
We found the source of your missing crystals.
Zach pushes Jesse forward and he stumbles to the ground, into the guard, who grabs a hold of him. The guard eyes him up and down.
It's this guy?
Oh man, it was all 'cause of Void!
The guard stares at him, clearly unconvinced.
Maybe in lockup you'll have time to think up a better story.
I'm telling you the truth, bitch!
Oh, there it is. I'm telling you the truth, bitch. The guard frowns and passes Jesse off to another guard who takes him into the back. The guard turns back to us.
Hopefully you won't have any more issues.
The guard grins and looks relieved.
I can't thank you all enough. You have no idea how much of a thorn in my side this has all been. As promised, there's a reward for helping us catch the culprit.
He produces a heavy satchel of gold, which he hands over to us.
Thanks again for all your help, and I hope you have a safe night.
Thanks.
We leave the guardhouse and equally divvy up the reward money. As everything settles down, the group decides to return to the inn. I'm glad we got to the bottom of things, but I can't help but wonder what will happen to those kids. Nothing I can do is share my reward with them. Yeah, right? I'll meet you guys at the end. I think I forgot something. I slip away before anyone can ask me any questions, and I make my way back to those kids. They were dependent on that crystal money to survive. I can't sit by and do nothing to help them. I know I don't have much to offer, but maybe giving them a cut of my reward can help tide them over. I quietly enter the house as not to spook the children. As soon as I near the trapdoor, I hear Kara's voice. How did she get here so fast? And what is she doing here? Slowing my steps, I silently creep towards the trapdoor and spy on Kara and the kids.
Here you go, guys. Take this.
She hands the oldest boy a fat coin purse. We must have had the same idea about sharing our reward money. The boy silently accepts it's too shocked by the amount of money to
The
even
man
speak.
won't be coming for crystals anymore. So use that to help you find a new way to survive.
The boy nods numbly. Some of the younger children huddle together, clearly frightened for their futures. Kara smiles
I know it
reassuringly.
seems scary, but I promise if you stick together, you'll be fine.
The kids hug each other.
I won't let anything happen to anyone.
Good. I know you won't. Take care of yourselves, okay? And stay out of trouble.
Kara turns to leave and I scramble out of sight. She doesn't notice me as she hurries away. It seems like she got a soft spot for these kids. I better do what I came here to do and get back before people get too suspicious. Hey kids. I go down to the trap room. The oldest boy looks up at me in surprise. Here. I toss him a small bag of my coins that she fumbles before catching. He looks genuinely surprised if he can't believe it's happening.
Why?
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have caught the bad guys. You kids were a big help.
Really?
He looks at the other children and gave them hopeful eyes, then he grins.
Thank you.
I nod. I should be getting back. Once I return to the upstairs, I hear the children scramble below and a series of excited gasps. They expect the reward money.
Wow, the girl gave us so much.
I've never seen so much money before in my life.
Good God, did she give them all of it?
The boy still gave a lot, though. More than we got from crystals.
Just how much money did Kara give? Was it her whole reward? For a treasure hunter, that seems very generous. Maybe there's more to it. I wonder what it could be as I return to the inn and meet up with the rest of the group. As I enter the inn, Lana looks around.
Where's Kara?
Kara's not back yet, but she left before me. I don't know. I bet she was following everybody
I
back.
thought so too.
Lana bites her lip and furrows her brows. I'm sure she'll be back soon. While we wait for Kara to return, we decide to grab something to eat. With all the excitement going on, we forget about dinner. We get our orders and settle in. Zach and Leanna dig in. Amelia, on the other hand, is quiet and she stares at her plate. Is she okay, Amelia? She looks up at me.
Yes?
Something wrong? She shakes her head.
No. I was pondering about the lab at the Void Hideout, which was used to perform shadow transmutations.
What exactly is that? I'll pass on the exposition. Like, fuck, I don't give a shit about why. I've been meaning to ask, what is the shadow transmutation you were talking about
It is
earlier?
the process in which shadow energy is merged with a crystal containing another form of elemental energy. This fusion causes an overwhelming surge of energy to spawn, which consequently destabilizes the crystal and causes the shadow energy to become uncontrollable and very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we refer to as a tainted sphere, like the one the treasurer used in Raven Pass, and what was used to summon the shadow familiars.
It didn't seem uncontrollable when they used it, though.
Perhaps not those times. However, as it is destabilized sphere, the energy is unpredictable. It's possible it will cast properly, but equally possible it will implode upon itself at any time, which would be fatal to the mage in possession of it.
Ah,
That's a best case scenario. Imagine if one of those crystals went off and spawned a shadow familiar in the middle of town.
that would definitely be bad.
That's why shadow transmutation has been outlawed, even before the Treaty of Isaria.
I thought you said all use of shadow magic was banned.
Yes, but there were legitimate users of shadow magic before the war.
You lost me.
Shadow magic is not innately harmful.
Yeah, it's what I was saying
originally
earlier.
used in non-destructive ways, just like any other element.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like just because bad people use it does not make it bad.
That being said, a group of practitioners abused the usage of shadow magic, which revealed just how dangerous it can be when used in such a manner. That is what caused the eventual war in Assyria and the subsequent banning of shadow magic.
And that group was Void?
Correct.
Things are starting to make a little more sense, but I'm not sure I understand it at all.
Just a little troublesome. to
Understand
think
understand
that
it
there was
all.
someone performing shadow transmutation, just on the outskirts of Stonecrest, and with a lot of crystals too.
Even though Void was defeated, it wasn't completely wiped out, and their remaining members have just been laying low.
Amelia and Leanna nod. The conversation lulls as we think about what was said. We finish the rest of our food in silence. By the time we finish up our meals, Kara returns.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I met up with my contact and he came through. He said that there's some adventurer who's been talking about one of those high concentrations of energy. He's at Hearth Point right now, but probably won't be staying for too long. We should head there in the morning and see what he knows.
What's the guy's name?
Arton Hunt.
Zach shrugs. I guess he doesn't know
It
him.
might sound like just a rumor, but there's always a grain of truth in a rumor. At the very least, we
No.
should be able to get a clue or two.
Leanna nods. There's not always a grain of truth in a
Tomorrow we'll head
rumor.
for Hearth Point.
They're rumors. They're not factual. Amelia nods. I yawn widely. Tonight, though, I'm ready for bed. The team murmurs their agreement, and we all turn in early. It's been a long day, and that fight really took it out of me. After getting ready, I climb into bed immediately and fall into a deep sleep. Da, 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 da. Love it. It's always great. The next morning, I wake up with a wide yawn. My body aches from the fight, but otherwise I feel very rested. I gather my things and meet the group downstairs for a quick breakfast. Then we begin our journey to Hearth Point. After traveling all morning, we decide to stop and rest for a while. The sun shines overhead in the sky, and there's a soft breeze to balance out the warmth of the day. Zach claims a spot in the shade of a tree where he cleans out his discharges, and Amelia and Kara rummage through the packs to pass around water. Leanna approaches me.
Since we're taking a break, would you be up for some magic training? We can go into the clearing so you aren't just out on the open road.
That seems too much. Let's do it. I nod. The faster I learn to cast, the faster I can go home. There's no point in putting this off. Let's do it. Leanna smiles. I follow her to a clove off the path. We're far enough that passers-by won't get a good view of me, but not far enough that we lose sight of the rest of the team.
The actual process is a bit tricky. You have to channel the energy out of the crystal, then concentrate on the process of shaping it, refining the energy into something you can use. So to do that, you need to concentrate on the crystal's form and use your mind to alter it.
I am very lost. She pauses to think.
Okay, you have a manipulator now, so instead of trying to channel the energy from stored within you, try to concentrate on channeling through the manipulator.
I look down at the manipulator on my wrist. Alright, so I can channel the energy from the crystal.
Exactly, like this.
Leanna holds out her manipulator. It pulses softly with a blue light, and then a small burst of wind erupts from the manipulator. Okay, I'll give it a go. I stare hard at the manipulator, trying to focus on the energy of the crystal. I scrunch up my face in concentration, but nothing seems to
Just
work.
concentrate on the energy. Let go of your distractions.
Let go of my distractions. I try to clear my mind, but all I can think about is how nothing seems to be happening. It's not
That's
working.
okay. Keep trying. It's always hardest your first time.
I think through Leanna's explanation again. There's something I've missed. Try again. I concentrate, focus on the energy, but nothing happens. This isn't working.
Don't give up. Try again. Just focus on that energy and use the manipulator to channel it.
I know you've said that, but I know you've said that before, but it doesn't make sense to me. Leanna runs her hand through her hair as she frowns.
Don't know how else to put it. Once you get it, you'll know. You just have to keep concentrating and trying.
It's really not helpful, but I take a deep breath and calm myself down. It's not Leanna's fault. She's being very patient. Is it just me? Why am I not getting in? I'll just keep trying until I get it right. Leanna hasn't given up on me, so I shouldn't give up on myself either. I have to keep trying. My face flushes as I try to find the energy in the crystal, but I'm still unsuccessful. Leanna looks concerned as a sweat beating on my temple.
Are you okay?
I sigh heavily. This is hopeless.
It just takes practice.
I can tell Leanna wants to stay positive, but her words feel flat. This is taking a toll on her too. I don't know what else to do. She frowns as she thinks. She shakes her head with a sigh.
How about we take a break for now? Maybe if you
Fuck,
have a
that's
chance to
disappointing.
think about it a little more, you'll have more success next time.
I half-heartedly shrug. Sure. I try to keep the skepticism out of my voice, but Leanna seems just as skeptical as we return to the group. Kara, Zach, and Amelia are ready for us when we get back after I have a chance to rehydrate or grab a quick bite to eat, and we continue on our way. The rest of our journey goes far more smoothly than my training. As the sun dips low in the sky, we decide to rest for the night. After securing a well-covered area, we get to work setting up camp. Ooh. Leanna disappears to gather firewood, while Zach rummages through the supplies for prepping dinner. Kara secures our perimeter. I roll out my sleeping roll, and Amelia does the same. As she sets down her things, the Pongo plushie from before falls into the grass. Amelia carefully rights it and then continues to unpack. The Pongo jiggles up to the plushie and greets it excitedly.
Boy,
The plushie makes no reaction, but the Pongo is undeterred.
boy, boy,
Again, the plushie doesn't respond. The Pongo deflates and his face falls.
boy.
Amelia furrows her brow and subtle touches her manipulating. The Pongo plush suddenly bobs to life as if a thin layer of water pools underneath. Amelia tries not to move her lips.
Boy,
The Pongo's eyes grow wide and he beams.
boy.
It's fucking stupid. The plushie bobs again and the Pongo squishes against it as if it's a hug. Amelia cracks a smile as she disappears. She meets my gaze. She clears her throat and returns to fiddling with her things. She secretly is soft. Pretend you didn't notice. I'm just gonna pretend it. I pretend I did. Like I didn't see anything. I go help Leanna find more kindle. When we return with the fire, what do we get? A fire started. Zach puts out a simple pot and a few basic ingredients, and he gets to work. Soon, the fragrance of cooked meat makes my mouth water. Kara wanders over to the fire.
That smells amazing. What is it?
She reaches for one of the skewers, but Zach's expression makes her pause.
It's not done yet.
She pouts and continues to eye the food. After some time, a very appetizing aroma fills the air. Zach removes the skewers from the fire, scoops porridge into bowls.
All right, it's done.
He hands a bowl to each of us and settles down as we dig in. I bite into the juicy meat and let the taste linger on my tongue. It's smoky and tender, the perfect barbecue. Kara savors the bite.
Oh, I didn't know camp food could taste this good.
Zach
It's
shrugs.
nothing special.
We've been doing this all wrong. No more rotating cooking duty. I vote we have Zach cook for us every night.
Zach turns his head away and lets his hair fall over his
You
face.
don't have to make a big deal out of this.
I'll be your wingman. I second that vote. Seriously, Zach, I don't even know what this meat is, and I don't care because I wanted to belly. You're a man of many talents. Kara looks at Zach with a soft smile on her face. I think she's impressed.
That's weird, man.
Shut the fuck up. What? No, dude, I stare at Zach, who's entirely focused on me and completely unaware of Kara. The guy's pretty dense. This guy's pretty dense.
I wonder what other talents you're hiding.
Yes. My wingman skills is go. He shrugs.
It's okay. I'll find them all out sooner or later.
Zach doesn't respond but begins to gather the empty bowls.
Seriously, though, nobody's cooking can compare. Especially not mine.
Zach pauses.
I enjoyed it.
Ooh. Ooh. This guy.
Really?
He offers a short nod.
It's not bad.
Zach looks up and meets her gaze. Kara grins widely and a small blush creeps into her cheeks. Yes, it's finally happening. This is my cue to leave. And I quietly slip away and go sit down at the edge of the campsite. Leanna sits down beside me with a small smile. I feel her hesitate before she speaks.
So, magic training today.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I know today wasn't quite what you expected, but after more practice, you'll get it.
I know she's trying to be encouraging, but this is really the last thing I want to talk about. I thought of having to go through that again filled me with dread. When do you think the next practice should be?
Honestly, every day.
Oh, God. I swallow and groan. It threatens to come out, but I can't hold back my dismay. Every day? Leanna forces a smile.
Casting is not easy, and it really takes as much practice as possible. With us traveling to the next temple, this is the best way to get you to learn quickly.
She looks away and I see her smile drop. Leanna clearly as excited about this as I am, but she's trying hard to pretend like that's not the case. I can respect that, and I appreciate that she's trying. Well, then I hope next time will be more productive than this time. Leanna tries to sound more chipper than she is.
Like I said, nobody can cast their first time. It's something I had to work on for weeks before I was able to even manipulate a light breeze.
Yeah, because you were like 11. Sure, you may have struggled, but you were probably like 10 years younger than I am now learning how to cast. Leanna furrows her brow.
Does that matter?
Yes! When you're trying to learn something as an adult, it's much harder. Like adults trying to learn a new language compared with a kid. Leanna looks thoughtful.
That's true, but learning something new will require effort, no matter how old you are.
Fact. But kids are more susceptible to change. Yeah, learning a new skill does take practice. Leanna looks up at the sky.
We should probably get some rest. It's another early start tomorrow.
As Leanna says that, I feel a yawn coming on. That sounds like a good idea. The others are winding down too. Zach stays up to take first watch. As Leanna heads over to the bedroll, I crawl into mine and try to ignore the hardness of the ground. Eventually, I fall asleep. Fucking love it. Every time. It's great. We wake up in the morning and break down the camp. Then we resume our journey. After traveling for most of the day, we finally end up in Hearth Point. Oh. Kind of seems western. This is where Arton Hunt is supposedly. I think I'm finally getting used to all the walking as my legs, although tired, don't feel sore.
We'll need to find this person quickly. Adventurers aren't known for sticking around in one spot for very long.
Let's not waste any time then.
Amelia nods.
I propose we begin our investigation at the taverns.
Taverns?
Yes, there are 2 taverns in Hearth Point. One over there.
She points to the building in by the
and
entrance.
another one facing northeast from the second gate.
Kara seems a little surprised by how much Amelia knows about this town. She probably had to study the geography of Heavengard and read about all the surrounding towns and villages.
We don't have too much daylight left.
He's right. The sun sets the sky ablaze. The sun sets the sky ablaze as it dips closer to the horizon.
Let's split up. We'll be able to cover more ground that way. If one tavern is a dead end, then check the other. If he's not in either place, then we'll meet back here.
I concur with this plan. Any objections?
No one speaks
Then
up.
let us proceed.
Zach, Amelia, and Kara start heading towards the nearest tavern.
Wait!
They look back at us.
We didn't talk about how the group is being split.
It's already there. Kara smirks.
I think it's quite obvious.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucking winged woman. Thank you. Lena blinks at me as the group resumes walking.
What does that mean?
Just fucking shrug. We're a couple, of course. Who cares? We have a job to do. That sounds dumb. I shrug. Yep, that sounds accurate. Beats me. Very strange indeed. It's definitely not strange. So, let's get going. Amanda nods.
Ready when you are.
It's a brief walk through the town before we reach their place. As we push the door open, the warm smell of bread wafts through the air, bringing with it a chorus of laughter. The tables are full of men and women sharing food and pints. This place has a cozy feel, and as we look around, I feel comfortable and welcome.
So, Kara mentioned Arton has an eye patch.
She pauses and glances at the patron.
We should split up and see if we spot him.
I nod. Sounds like a plan. As we separate and begin our search, I slowly walk around the tavern looking for anyone with an eye patch. As I begin to lose hope that he's here, I spot a man sitting alone. He's scribbling furiously in a notebook, but more importantly, he has an eye patch covering one eye. Finally a lead! I hurry over to him. As I get close, I notice he's drawing a map. He stops and looks up at me.
What do you want?
What do you want? His tone is gruff and he doesn't seem hostile. Are you Arton Hunt? He sizes me up. God, I hate your voice. I heard that you found an area of high energy. He continues to stare at me. I was wondering what you could share, if you could share that information. He waves a hand dismissively.
It's not something to be shared.
I could pay you for it. He frowns.
You can't just buy the experience of discovery. Coins are merely a construct of human greed, and you need to absolve yourself of materialistic reliance to transcend.
Oh, let me transcend. I like him now. He's a lot more enjoyable to talk to, whatever that means. Will you at least tell me where it is? He glares at me.
I'd like to get back to my work, and you're taking up my time.
And I'd let you go as soon. He taps his pen impatiently on the table.
Do you mind?
It looks like I've annoyed this guy. I doubt he'll say anything now. Thanks anyway. I leave the man alone and search for Leanne instead. I find her with the rest of the party and approach him.
Arden wasn't at the other tavern, but we heard that he's here.
He is. Everyone turns to face
Did
me.
you find him?
I nod. Yeah, he's back there. I point to the back tables. But it seems like he's not the sharing type. I even offered to pay, and he still refused to talk. Leanna's face falls into Amelia and Zach seem discouraged. Only Kara remains optimistic.
Great, you've done the hard work for us.
Zach stares at her.
Did you just miss the part about how that guy won't talk even for money?
Right, like, yeah, come on, what the fuck?
Finding the target is the difficult part. Getting information out of him is just a matter of being tactful.
Kara winks. Oh, cracks his knuckles and grins.
I get you. We're finally on the same page.
I didn't mean beat the information out of him.
Oh, come on, I like that. That's a much better idea. Zach
You
frowns.
just have to give him an appealing reason to loosen his lips.
Oh, God.
Are you proposing to exploit his humanistic need to procreate with an attractive maid as a guise to extract the needed information?
Jesus Christ. The robot strikes
You mean
again.
flirt with him to find out what we need to know, then yes.
What a cunning method. I approve.
Jesus Christ. We all stare at Amelia. You do? She nods. That was
Who
unexpected.
shall be executing this plan?
Definitely not me. Oh, what the fuck do I have to choose for? Ah, this is a nightmare. Absolutely not. Oh, God. The way he talked, I think Amelia would do it. The robot. How about Amelia?
Wow.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, shit. That is just me disapproving
She's
look.
just a kid.
Carol folds her arms and looks at me, disapproving
I
as
never
Leanna.
thought you'd turn out to be such a creep.
No! Amelia blinks in surprise. It's not my reasoning!
You are mistaken about my age.
Amelia's words fall deaf ears as the girls continue to give me death glares. Okay, maybe not Amelia. Let's try that again. Fuck it. I don't even care anymore. My idea was shot down immediately because he seems like a fucking scholar, you dingbats! No. Hear me out. Remember the job, Kara? Kara
I
grins.
thought you'd never ask.
Jesus Christ. She heads towards the target, swaying her hips alluringly. Leanna looks on with amazement.
She turned it on just like that?
Seems like she's not the only thing turned on. I shift my attention to Zach, obviously stares at Kara's derriere. And Zach snaps back to reality. Face flushes when he notices all this looking.
I wasn't staring.
No one said anything, you fool.
No accusation was made, yet your offensive disposition is quite revealing of your intent.
What the robot said. Zach coughs and crosses his arms as he looks
You're
away.
thinking too much into this.
We watch Kara working her magic. She engages Arton at one point. She gets him to laugh. She scoots closer to him and rests a hand on his arm. Things seem to be going well. As the conversation continues, Arton suddenly shakes his head and dismisses Kara. She tries to laugh off the dismissal and re-engage him in conversation, but he looks back down on his page and continues drawing. Still stunned, she slowly makes her way back to us.
I don't understand.
Her eyes glaze over in disbelief.
It would appear Kara was unsuccessful.
Leanna looks surprised.
Me?
Hey, push comes to shove, we gotta knock it down. Kara masks a chuckle and Leanna frowns.
What's with that reaction?
Kara smiles.
Oh, don't get me wrong, you're cute, but I'm not sure you've got the personality needed for this type of thing.
Leanna
And
frowns.
what's that supposed to mean?
You're a bit shy.
I can be plenty forward.
No, you shouldn't have said that. Kara and Zach burst out
As
laughing.
if you fared any better.
Kara's smile
It's
drops.
always worked before.
Leanna looks at Amelia.
You think I can do it, right?
I mean, why the fuck not? It studies
I
Leanna.
must admit that your propriety does not lend well to the suggestion that you could entice the desired sexual attention.
Good God. Leanna crosses her arms and
Even
pouts.
you, Amelia?
I just...
Aw, okay.
You're not giving me
How about
options.
you show one of us what you've got?
Oh,
If you're
God.
successful, you can try.
Fine.
And Kara points
There's
at
your
me.
target. What are you going to do?
And Leanna cheeks tinges slightly as she meets my eyes. I have a strange feeling in my stomach. She takes a deep breath and gathers her thoughts and then flashes me a determined look. She oversways her hips as she walks to me. Movement is too exaggerated and makes her look like she doesn't know how to walk. Oh God. She stammers as she tries to speak. Someone's words elude her.
Hey there, sailor.
She called me sailor? I look at her blankly.
What?
Despite having an attractive figure and aesthetically pleasing features, it is now abundantly clear why Leanna has been unable to acquire a companion.
Good God. Jesus Christ, the fucking
This rate,
roast.
the only companion she'll be acquiring is a house full of cats.
Oh, shit. Zack nods in agreement.
So mean.
Whereabouts? Yeah. Oh. The fucking play here is impossible. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Fucking. No, now he's safe. I didn't think it was so bad. Lena shakes her head.
Only saying that to make me feel better.
That is a fact. Before I can say any more, Amelia speaks.
I believe we should nominate someone else.
Amelia crosses her arms but doesn't protest. That's everyone then.
Regrettably, all of our options for this plan are exhausted.
Alright. This is where I'm gonna end it. Oh god. Oh god.
Let's see.
Oh god. I'll catch you guys on the flip side when I get back to where I was.